got to play the rock and roll, all right? All right, I'm excited, you guys. I'm going to show you some information right now that literally changed everything for me in my network marketing experience. This is something that I actually learned a very long time ago, and I apply it every single time I do a blueprint. So how many of you guys have ever seen a blueprint before, right? So you guys have already seen that information. So what I'm going to teach you is our system, but visually. I want you guys to understand this. You might have people that come into your organization that are like me, that are special ed. I grew up special ed. I have learning disabilities or whatnot, they call it, right? So for me, when I see information, when I'm trying to learn something, I have to learn it differently than most other people. They would teach me math by giving me lima beans. They'd say 2 lima beans plus 2 lima beans. I'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lima beans. That's how I learned information. So what I want to do is I'm going to cater to the individuals that need something visual to be able to understand the system, to be able to catapult your success. And that's what we actually created here. This actually, Prezi application was actually created by top silver Miss Maureen Balpacino, by the way. So everybody, please give it up for Miss Maureen Balpacino. Phenomenal. They say recruit your weakness. I don't know how to make anything PowerPoint, so hey, there you go, right? Good to go, right? So here's what's amazing, you guys. Obviously, you want to do normally your blueprint just like is normally done, but I'm going to actually walk you through some information. The first thing is we're going to teach you how to grade and approach your list. The second thing is we're going to teach you how to invite to a wow party or webinar. We're going to take your contacts basically through the 3-step process, and I'm going to educate you on what that is. And we're going to teach you how to edify an expert and how to do 3-way calls. You could measure the size of your pay. This is the first thing for your notes, by the way. You could measure the size of your paychecks by the amount of 3-way calls you do. Take that to the bank, 100%, guaranteed, undebatable. If you're not doing 3-way calls, you're probably not making money in Seacret. So you might want to start doing that, okay? So what we're going to show you really quickly is how first you make your list, right? Of at least 100 contacts, you make the list. But after you make the list, would you agree that some of those people on that list is kind of like your chicken list, like very successful people, you don't know how to approach them? Then you have people that are, kind of you see eye to eye with, they're kind of at the same level of you, how do I approach them? And then you have people that look up to you, how do I approach? So you got to approach everybody differently. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. So I'm going to teach you how to grade your list. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your list all the way down. First thing you're going to do is grade it. So you're going to grade it by 1s, 5s, or 10s. This is how you grade it. 10s are people you look up to, okay? Successful real estate, pastor, coach, teachers, people that you've looked up to, your, whatever, successful uncle, doesn't matter. Those are people you look up to. You write the number 10 next to those names. Then the second type of people is the 5s. How you grade your 5s is people that you see eye to eye with, people that you grew up with, people the same age as you. Are you guys catching this? Yep. The third type of person is somebody that looks up to you. You grade them as a 1, okay? This is how you grade your list. Now, what I'm going to teach you is how to approach these 3 different types of people, so get your notepads and pens ready, okay? The first thing is the 10s. How do you approach your 10s? Very simple. You fluff their ego, okay? Let's imagine, right? We have Uncle Bob. He's your uncle. He's a successful real estate agent or whatever. He makes a ton of money. How do I approach him without him thinking it's a pyramid scheme? How do I approach him without him laughing at me? How do I approach him? He's in my chicken list. What you do is you fluff their ego. You just tell him, hey, I don't know if you know this, Uncle Bob, but I really look up to you. You're such a successful person, and I really respect your opinion. I was just wondering if you could do me a favor, take a look at a business project I'm working on. Because you're so successful and you understand business more than me, I just love your opinion on it. Are they going to say no to that? No. Why? Because you're flat. They're like, oh, yeah, I'll give you my opinion, right? That's what, here, by the way, we're not in the business to sell, convince, pull legs, yank arms. That's not what we do. All you do as a secret agent is you go out there and you find whatever way possible to just get 100% of the information in front of somebody and let them make their own educated decision. But you have to understand that you got to be kind of camouflage about how you go out there and you share the information with people, how you get in front of people, because everybody's different, so your approach has to be different for different people. Would you guys agree? So that's your 10s. Very, very simple. I look up to you. I just put little bullet points so you guys could just take the bullet points and you can make your own paragraph with it. So I give you a script. You're going to screw it up. You're going to sound like a robot, okay? So I'm just giving you bullet points. Look up to you. You're a successful person. I respect your opinion. Do me a favor. I want to show you my business project so I could get your opinion or your feedback. The reason why I call it a business project is because business projects are visual, they're not verbal. When you think of a school project, right, you're looking at a school project, there's usually a poster board with graphs and all these different types of things. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. For sure. So that's why we call it a business project, because if they say, what is it? You just say it's 90% visual. You just got to, it's a project, you got to look at it. You guys see that? And I'm gonna go through that. But here's how you approach your 5s. You use the favor approach. I believe it was Time I'm not sure exactly where it was, but I read an article in a magazine that said people would rather do favors for a friend than receive favors from a friend. Think about that for yourself. Would you rather do a favor or receive a favor? Usually if you receive a favor, it's kind of like, oh man, like, I really need this fit, right? It kind of sucks to be in that position. But when you actually when you do a favor for somebody, people are more open to that. So we just use that as our approach for people that you see eye to eye with. And how this approach is do me a favor. Take a look at some information about a company I'm working with. Just in case you run across somebody, you could refer them to me because you know what I'm up to. You see that? It takes the defense shield down. Why? Because this is called the indirect approach. You guys write that down. You're not saying, hey, this is for you. This is, you'd be amazing. Oh my gosh, you'd make a ton of money. Because when you start using the word you a lot, people put their defense shield up because they're like, you're trying to sell me something. Change the word, change your language. Change your language from you. Instead of saying you, say I. Write that down. Change the word you to I. Now, listen to this. Instead of, hey, man, you'd make a ton of money. Man, you got to see this. You would be good at this. Let me change it around. Man, I got something exciting I got to show you, man. I'm super fired up about it. I think that you're going to love it. I'm not sure if it's for you or not. Hey, maybe you're not even going to like it, but I got to show it to you. You see how the defense shield kind of goes down a little bit because you're putting it on you, not on them. But very, very simple. Do me a favor. Take a look at some information about a company I'm working with. Just in case you run across someone, you could refer them to me. So you're not even showing it to them for them. You're showing it to them because they might know somebody. You guys catch that? So that's an amazing approach you guys could use for your 5s. And then the very end is you hit them in the gut by just basically saying, can I count on you as my friend or family member to do me that favor? Oh, got him in the gut, right? Oh, yeah, okay, you can count on me, right? So then now you could show them the information. Very simple. 1s, actually don't even write this down because I have an easier one for the 1s. Very simple. Hey, I know this is super random, but I got to show you something I'm excited about. That's it. Why? Because they're 1s. They look up to you. You could just tell them to sign up. They'll probably sign up anyways because they look up to you, right? But the approach is very simple. You could use this on anyone, by the way. You could use it on somebody in the elevator. Write these 2 words down. Random, excited. That's it. I know this is super random, but I got to show you something I'm super excited about. When you say that it's random, guess what? It's no longer random. You guys catch that? So the weird moment goes away because you already said it's random. So now it's no longer random, and now you can show them something you're excited about. You throw peeling gel on them, do the nail buff. They're like, whoa, what is this? Oh, man, it's awesome products, right? Yeah, what if you could get them for free? Oh, that'd be amazing. What if you refer your friends, and they get the products for free, and you get paid for helping them get those products for free? Oh, my gosh. I just did a whole presentation just in 3 lines. You guys catch that? Very simple. I'm telling you guys, this business is too easy. Why? Because the products do the work for us. So what if they say, what is it? All you got to do is just tell them it's 90% visual. You just got to see it. What I want you guys to do in your notepads and pens today is most people, when they're doing a blueprint with somebody, don't just think of this as yourself, but think of this as you're teaching somebody how to do the business. What's the first obstacle most people come across when they first see this business? The first obstacle that stands in their way. Somebody says, what is it? And then it's like, and then they puke Seacret all over, and then they spoil the whole movie because the commercial is as long as the movie, right? You guys catch that? The preview is longer than the movie. It's like, dude, you really screwed that up, right? So what you want to remember is duct tape. Try to duct tape your mouth. Instead of talking, why don't you just throw a product on them? Or just say it's 90% visual. That's why I need to come to your house right now and show it to you. You could literally call your friends and just say, hey, dude, this is super random, but I'm super excited about something. I got to come to your house. That's what Joe said to me, by the way. How did Joe recruit me? He said, dude, I know this is super random, bro, but what are you doing right now? And I was like, nothing. He's like, well, every second that you spend not at my house right now, you're crazy, bro. I got to show you something freaking, I'm jacked out of my mind. I'm excited, bro. You got to come over. I was like, well, what is it? He's like, I can't tell you, bro. You got to see. It's visual. You got to come over. I'll show it to you when you get here. I'm like, bro, would you get a new Harley? Like, just tell me, bro. And he's like, no, just come to my house, bro. I'm excited. I'm hanging up right now. I'm hanging up, bro. You're going to miss out if you don't come over. Click. And I was like, ugh, and I didn't have money to go, but I found money in my couch cushions and I went. I'm telling you, that's how broke I was. He knows. That's exactly what happened, right? So I'll kind of show you how to do invitations. You guys want to make sure you write this down. How do you invite to a wow party? Now, this is going to combine. You guys are going to love this, by the way. You guys are going to be fired up about this. This is the first thing that you do when you invite for a wow party. I've done this, and it works every single time with a brand new person. It just makes it so much easier for them, okay? The first thing you say is you teach them, hey, Bob, I only got a second. What are you doing Sunday at 7? That's the first thing. You book the wow party first, find out what day and time it is, find out what the name is, and this is the first thing they say. Why? Because most of the time when we try to share this information with somebody, and you're like, oh man, there's something exciting I want to show you, it's this new business project I'm working on, and I just got to show it to you, what are you doing Sunday at 7? They're going to say, oh, I got ballet practice, bro, you know, or right? All these excuses come up. But if the first thing out of your mouth is, hey, I only got a second, what are you doing Sunday at 7? Nothing. Why? Perfect. Bingo, you can't make up an excuse. You guys catch that? That's huge. Also, what's the psychology behind, hey, I only got a second? The reason why you say I only got a second is because if they start asking you questions, you could go back and just say, like I said, bro, I only got a second. I don't have time to answer questions. What are you doing Sunday at 7? You see that? So now they can't ask you questions. Pretty good. It takes all the pressure off you. Then all you do is you use the 10s, 5s, or 1 approach. You guys see how that ties in? That's pretty exciting. So if you memorize those 3 things, it's very simple. You just teach them how to, boom, game over. Very end, can I count on you as my friend or family member to support me and be there? For sure. That's how you invite to a wow party. Now, some of you guys may have seen these webinars that are popping up on Live VIP event, right? How do I invite to a webinar? A lot of people ask me that question. Let me show you very quickly. It's called the GAP approach. Everybody write down GAP, G-A-P. It's called grab a pen. When you're on the phone with somebody, hey, I only got a second, grab a pen. Guess what they're going to do? Grab a pen. If they ask you questions, what do you say? I only got a second, grab a pen. Very simple, you guys. That's very, very simple. Write this down. Guess what they're going to do if you say write this down? They're probably going to write it down, right? Write this down, www.livevipevent.com or secretweapon.com or whatever the webinar is, okay? And then you use the 5, 10s, or 1 approach. You guys catch this? And then at the very end, when you're inviting to a webinar, make sure you tell them this because otherwise they won't watch the webinar. How many of you guys have tried to show the webinar to somebody and then all of a sudden, they didn't even watch it? This is how you lock them into watching it. Make sure that you watch the whole thing through and take notes because I'm going to call you afterwards to get your opinion on it. Now they have to see it. Because if you call them later and they didn't see it, oh man, are you serious? Now you owe me one. Now you really got to see it, right? Very simple. Okay, so that's how you invite for that. Now, here's what I'm excited about, you guys. This is huge. This is a visual. This is visually, you guys could see our system. This is the lima beans I was talking about, okay? This is what got me jacked out of my mind. This is a funnel, okay? All your friends and family go through this funnel. What's the first thing that you do with everybody? You show them 100% of the information using anything but your mouth. You guys catch that? Write that down. Show them 100% of the information using a third-party tool. What's a third-party tool? A webinar, the products, right? Whatever it is. After you show them 100% of the information, what's the very next thing that you do? A 3-way call. You guys catch that? After you do the 3-way call, what is the point of the 3-way call? So your expert can actually promote the live event to them. You guys catch that? When they see 100% of the information, their belief level goes like this. When they hear a 3-way call from somebody else that says it works, their belief level goes like this. When they see a live event with 300 people, their belief level goes like this. You guys catch that? So let me show this to you. In this funnel, you guys, this is your contacts, your warm, lukewarm, call market, whatever it is. This is your best friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is your neighbor, Rister Rogers' neighborhood, right? We got your coworkers, the guy from The Office, Joe's favorite show. Brothers and sisters, right? That was a joke, kind of, not really. Anyways, parents and grandparents. Right? We got spouses, is significant. They go in, you show them 100% of the information, okay? If I was you guys, I'd be drawing 3 circles on your paper and writing this out. Show them 100% of the information using a third-party tool. After they see that information, you need to edify your expert before you get them on a 3-way call. Some of you may or may not know how to edify, and I'm going to educate you on this. It's very simple. You just speak. What does edify mean? It means to speak highly of. Let me show you. There's only 4 different types of people in the world, you guys. There's reds, yellows, greens, and blues. We're all a combination of all these different colors. The reason why we color-coded is so you could understand it. Are you guys with me? If you're with me, say, I'm with you. Okay, perfect. I love this audience. I'm going to take you with me as my traveling audience. See, I used that joke before. You could write that down. It's a good joke if you ever get on stage, right? So, blues, okay? Blues are people that are fun. They just like having fun. They're fun to work with. And ask yourself this question, do I fall into this category? Reds are people that just like making a lot of money. You could tell these people from a mile away, they got the bling bling, they got the Rolexes, they got the spinners, they got all this stuff. When you go and communicate with somebody like that, guess what you're going to be talking about to pique their interest? Money. You guys catch that? You got the yellows. These are people like me. If Joe would have approached me talking about money, 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 guess what? He would have turned me off. Why? Because I'm not about the money. My biggest motivator is just help. I love helping people. It makes me feel good. It gives me significance. You guys catch that? That's what I'm excited about, is helping people. Greens are super analytical. People like Brad Deddy, Adam Elhosh. They got to know all of the facts. It takes them 5 years to join, right? Where are you at, Adam? I love you, right? So these are the 4 different colors, okay? So I explained. You guys catch this? Yeah. So here's the thing. When you edify somebody, very, very simple. Before you get them on the phone, let's say that Joe's the guy you're going to get them on the phone with. Hey, man, I know you just saw 100% of the information, but I wanted to get you on the phone with my mentor. He makes a ton of money, bro. He loves to help people. He's super fun to work with, and he knows all the facts about the company. I'm super fired up, but here's the thing, bro. His time is super valuable, so please don't make me look bad. This guy's like Donald Trump, bro. I don't even know if I'm going to get a hold of him. Hold on one second. The reason why I want to get him on the phone is just so you could hear his story. His story is magnificent, right? So you just edified him. Why do you want to edify? I'll show you. You edify the 3-way call. And here's why. 3-way calls. Your friends and your family, this is your friends and family, they trust you. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. Your friends and family trust you, but they don't necessarily respect you when it comes to making money. At least that was for me in my case. I don't know about you. Everybody has their own situation. Let me actually educate you on this. They trust you, but they don't necessarily respect you. So what you have to do is you have to edify an expert, okay, because they trust you. If you could build respect for Joe, right? By edifying him, his respect level goes up here. When he gets on the phone with your prospect, guess what? They're sitting there and they're thinking to myself, oh man, this guy's like Donald Trump, so I respect him, so they're going to listen to him more. Would you guys agree with that? And then at the very end of the 3-way call, what's going to happen is he's going to turn around and edify you to build your respect level. So now your friends and family respect you. That's the point of a 3-way call. You guys catch that? Here's a huge thing too. Why do we do 3-way calls? If you're at a retail store, let's say you're buying shoes, right? And you're buying, let's say, Louis Vuittons, right? You're sitting there, you're with the person. He's saying, man, those are nice shoes, you should buy them. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever. And then Joe's telling me, yeah, bro, those are nice shoes, you should probably get them. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, a bum walks by, and he says, those are nice shoes. Sold. Do you guys catch that? It doesn't even matter who the third party is. It's just a third person saying, hey, that's the deal. Sold. Do you guys catch that? So that's why you want to do 3-way calls. That's the power of 3-way calls. And just make sure that you guys edify your expert before you get them on the 3-way call. That's very, very, very important, okay? So you guys all understand that? Yep. Cool. And another way I could put it is like Joe says, right? When you first start a relationship with a girl or a man, right? You think about your spouse or significant other. When you first start the relationship, like for me and my wife, when I first started, dating her, I just, I respected her so much. I just didn't trust her. I wasn't sure yet, right? So like, we're at the beach, walking on the beach, and she's like, oh, it's cold, and I give her my sweatshirt. And we go to the car door, and I open the door for her because I respect her, but I don't trust her. Nowadays, right, we go to the beach, she's cold, I told you to bring your jacket, right? Why? Why is that? You guys catch that? It all changed. I do respect her. I'm not going to say I don't, because then I'll get my butt kicked. But, right, I definitely trust her, but the respect went down a little bit. You guys catch that? When I go to bring her in the car, right, I get in as quick as I can. She's trying to get out. Lock, unlock, unlock. She opens the door. I drive a little forward. Stop. Drive a little forward. Stop, right? Why? Because that's just how your friends and family are. That's what happens over time. You guys catch that? So I hope you guys understand. That's why you want to edify your expert so their respect level goes up so they can turn around and edify you, okay? Huge. Then, basically, your expert's job is just to promote the very next live event. Once you get them out to the live event, you guys, they're going to see 300 people. Their belief level is going to go through the roof. This is very simple. This is how the system works. They're going to come out as a retail customer, either a preferred customer, or they're going to become a secret agent. This is the system, ladies and gentlemen. System stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. If you guys like that, please scream loud right now. Appreciate that. Thank you guys so much.